Hi everyone, Asnil here. So this is just a video on my Tower Fantasy Artificial Island take. So what I'll be showing is the housing system, or at least what it seems like a housing system for Tower Fantasy. So let's get started. So first of all, if you want to go there, there's two ways to actually go to the artificial island. One is if you want to go through Banjesport and ride this small carrier and it will take you to artificial island, but what I will be showing is the build mode. So you just press escape, or you just show your menu, click build, and go. Now as you can see on this menu, before we go ahead and go inside, you can actually see the levels of the buildings that you have inside as well as the materials that you already have. So let's first go ahead inside. Alright, so let's get started with why we want to actually build stuff in here. The main reason is because of matrices. In this particular area, you can actually exchange resources for matrices with this particular construction, this workshop. As you can see, we do have Matrix Data Pack 3, and once you unlock higher levels, you have a chance to obtain SSRs. Now I have to specify this. It does say that this is going to be a chance. As you can see, there are three possible outcomes. Let's say, for example, this one, Samir's Matrix. Now, if I do have these resources, which I currently do, and provided that I do have the proper level of that building, in my case I don't yet, if I press fuse, it will consume these two amounts, the one on the right, and then it will be random on which particular item you will get. This is the highest percentage, then this, and then the very rare chance that you get the SSR. I've actually tried this on another account and it does have a very low chance, so I kind of wasted a whole week's resources worth of trying to attempting to obtain one of these, but unfortunately I only got these. And the number on the right side, this one, doesn't really indicate the chances or how many attempts you could do, but how many attempts you can do based on your resources. So let's say, for example, I completely deplete my resources after attempting to get this. This would most likely disappear or become zero. Right now it says 6 because I have materials worth 6 fuses. Now, like I said, it would need that these buildings are properly leveled up. So let's go ahead and level them up. Okay. So I'll be upgrading this. Oh, I don't actually have these, as you can see, because I haven't killed the mobs that much just yet. These two bottom materials are the most important ones. They're from boss drops, but these other materials and the other ones that we have here, apart from these two, these other ones are actually from regular mobs. So let's go ahead and kill them first in order to be able to upgrade into the proper buildings. No, it's actually very good that we do have this system. However, it isn't 100% certain. Like I said, it's going to be a chance of obtaining those matrix. It's not going to be 100%. So unfortunately, we may have to rely on luck on that one. Now, as you can see, these are fairly regular mobs. And their drops go directly into your inventory. As you can see, I obtained metal material, fiber material. Now, these particular regular mobs, they respawn 3 days after you killed them. The timer starts the moment they die. Unfortunately, it's not a fixed schedule. As for the bosses, it's going to be 7 days after they have been killed. So unfortunately, that's going to be a bit tedious since it is highly dependent on when you actually killed them. If you forget to do this, then you'd be delayed for quite a bit. Actually, it does pile up. Let's say, for example, I want to obtain them a certain matrix. So I would need the resources for that particular set. Like, which buildings I would need. And then afterwards, I would need to kill the mobs and the bosses. But let's say, for example, two people did the clearing out of this area for the same day, and then player 1 forgets to kill the mobs for 1 day, so he's going to be 1 day behind because he or she would have to wait for 1 whole day later than player B before the mobs respawn again. Now, if it's just 1 or 2 days, it won't matter that much. However, it does pile up. So let's say, for example, you keep doing this over and over, and every now and then you would forget a day or two. Then eventually you'd find yourself 1 whole week late compared to your peers. So it's always optimal that you kill all these mobs as soon as possible if you want to maximize the resources that you'd be able to obtain. Yeah, basically that's it. Right now, as you can see, I don't have any bosses since I just killed them a while ago. It would mean that I would have to wait 7 days after that time I killed them before I could obtain more of those rare resources. Now, there is a claim button, but you can only click the claim button once you are inside the build area or the build mode. You can't click the claim if you're outside or in the regular world. Now let's take a look at the exchange store. There is an exchange store in this particular area. They do give out a few materials as well as a few new items that are not regularly available on the shop. Okay, it should be that minivan thing. As you can see, we do have options for items if we want to buy, and we do have the materials for it. However, depending on the item, we may need more. For example, like this one, the tech store token does require 20,000 of these things. As you can see, there are quite a lot of options. Now, this particular one, it does say that we could get this rare drop if we spend this particular drop, the one that looks like wood. However, when you really think about it, it's like trading one rare drop for another, because both of these are rare drops from the bosses. So it's like if you need this more than you need this, then you could go ahead and exchange it here. And based on the price, this seems to be fairly expensive. Yeah, so this is something to look forward to. This is a vehicle skin for the motorcycle. So that's that particular currency, and as you can see, it does require 600 of these. So based on the amount of bosses that you kill, this roughly gives around 100 or 105. That would mean you'd need to wait 6 weeks just to get one particular set of tech store token, and you would need 140 to obtain this, so it is fairly expensive. But there are other items here that make me look forward to these as well, like avatars and frames. Plus, the joint supply chips are actually quite important if you regularly want to farm those gold equips. And we do have this relic shard as well, SSR relic shard box, and the SR relic shard box. So it does seem like it's quite important, and it does help out in terms of grinding and farming for materials, as well as improve your chances of getting gears. I, as you can see here in my Paw house, it's currently at level 4, and it's fairly cute that they do have these creatures. The one that looks like the doll that we pull from the claw machine in Cetus Island. It's clearly visible how many they are. There's 4 of them, and it's level 4. I'm not sure if it'll go up the more upgrade, but we'll see if it, later on. Yeah, so basically that's it. If you're going to be needing a lot of matrix, we do have a lot of options here. It does say that each one does have their own requirements. I think this does give a better chance of focusing on which particular matrix you would want to get, as opposed to the joint operations, where there's a chance of getting 2 possible SSRs, and it's a very rare drop. There is a theory that they do drop every 34 boxes, but it's unconfirmed at this point. Anyway, that's it. I hope you picked up a few important information from this video, and if you do like the video, I do hope you could click on like, subscribe for more content, and thanks for watching. Bye now.